Greetings to everyone. Here we are again with another Nutrition Made Simple with Ed. You know, many times in our life we have to have surgery. I'm having a double hip replacement in just 3 more days. And I really value the doctor that I have, Dr. Higgins, for his advice, and I know his skill level. But you know, there are things we can do on our own to help empower ourselves and to take more control of our future. And some of these are very common sense. Now, I'm not doing any supplements based on my physician's advice. I tend to certainly agree with that. We just don't know about some things and anesthesia. But I have 9 steps that I am put into place starting about 2 months ago that's going to build my ability to recuperate very quickly and very hopefully. And one is, I'm going to start with the first one, which is the microbiome. That is the bacteria within the gut. And, you know, hospital-acquired infections are very common. And one reason is because you go into any hospital setting or traumatic setting in a weakened state, you're kind of like that dog that's kind of homeless and kind of weak. They're the ones the fleas get on. And I don't want to go into the state of a surgery being weakened in the microbiome. These are the guys that actually are our partners in health, and we have to have them in order to be optimally healthy. They produce most of our immune system and our brain chemicals. Well, I want to have more than average. So I've been taking 2 different products. Vital Health, Vital Planet makes Vital Flora. It has agreed with me better than any other, and it has 60 billion bacteria. But their secondary partner, which each company does their own thing, Microbiome Labs has Megaspore. A spore is a probiotic that is resistant to antibiotics. And the more of these that we can have, the better off we'll be in the long run. Number 2, blood testing. Now, they do pre-testing for everyone before surgery. Great idea to make sure you're a candidate, you don't have some significant health issues that could be a negative in the surgery. But beyond that, if you could do blood testing 2 months before, you could start seeing things that you can tweak to build your resistance and resiliency for this surgery. I did blood testing 60 days ago, and guess what? Found out that I was a little bit lower in vitamin D than I anticipated. I was down to about 45 nanograms. Optimal is at least above 50, but 60 to 70 would be the number I'd choose. Why is that? It helps the immune system to be at its very strongest. Actually, vitamin D is halfway a hormone, not even a vitamin. And you know, about the biggest majority of people with COVID who passed away had low vitamin D, less than 20 nanograms. It could have saved this country hundreds of thousands of people, and insurance is not paying for it anymore. So getting a blood test, you can do it at our lab, at Be Well Lab, on any Tuesday or Thursday from 8 to 11, or the last Friday of the month at Nutrition World. Checking other things, which you can learn about at nutritionw.com. Go to the top where it says blood testing. That will give you a little video that explains some of the other options for you. Now, thirdly is, don't YouTube your surgery. No, there's no need to do this. You can read about it, get kind of the basics and things. But there's a guy who wrote a book that was life-changing to me long ago, Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief. And in there, he talked about, and I think most of us know, placebo effect. What is a placebo? It's when someone is given a sugar pill or something fake with a promise that they will be better, and they improve. But guess what? There's a word called nocebo. Nocebo is when the person, or especially someone with authority, says, you're not going to do well with this. This looks really bad, and this is going to be a really hard part for you. You're going to believe that, which means instead of getting better, you're going to get worse. Well, guess what watching those surgeries do? Sometimes that can put that negative connotation in your mind, which is your body. Lung fitness, very important to go into surgery with lung fitness. And I love the fact that Dr. Higgins recommended a spirometer. What this is you don't blow on it, you actually suck on it, and it gives your lungs a workout. I actually got sore one day because I kind of overdo things. But going into surgery or even life with better lungs is going to help you with your longevity and how you feel. I also do breath holding. Been doing breath holding for 25 years. I can hold my breath on a good day for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but I have held it for 3 minutes and 1 second before. Wim Hof, who's nationally recognized around the world, who does cold water plunges, but also breath holding, is a testament to what this can do for his longevity and health. Now, detoxing. We wouldn't want to go into any traumatic and difficult state, being totally exhausted and being unhealthy and. So one of the parts of this is getting rid of toxins. And I love a product called, it's easy because it's just liquid, called Zeolite, a company that's called the Black Earth, the food movement company, makes the one that I feel is the most pure. And all I do is put about 15 drops in water twice a day. It is a magnet to heavy metals and many of the chemicals that are simply not healthy for us. And I did that for the past 60 days up till about a week ago. Next is hyperbaric oxygen. What is that? It's a chamber that you get in, and we have one luckily here in Chattanooga, and you breathe oxygen for about an hour to an hour and a half. And with that, you are saturating your body with the healing and strengthening effects of oxygen that you could not get to a level unless you're under pressure. Oxygen Health Spa on East Brainerd Road offers this, and I would recommend doing several sessions, not one. One is not enough. You would need to do a series of 6 to 10 at least, and I'm doing it about 2 to 3 times a week, and I have been doing them before that just for general health. So oxygen is a big plus. Now, hydration. Many people have to go to the emergency room no matter what's going on, from food poisoning to infections to flu, because they feel like they're dying. And most of the time, it's lack of hydration. And an IV full of the electrolytes, what are electrolytes? They're actually the part of a nutrition that runs the electrical system of the heart and the body. So when you're really dehydrated, you are short-circuiting. That's one reason you feel like death. Well, there are many electrolytes, many of which are not very pure, some of which have many red dyes and colors and sugars. I love Superior Electrolytes. We have carried them here. It's actually a Chattanooga-based company. And you just mix them in water twice a day and you consume these. I would be doing this actually at least 2 weeks before going into surgery. And then taking an array of just the platform of supportive nutrients. What are those? I mean, Nutrition World has 8,000 products. How do you decide what to take? Well, we've come up with an option called the Core 4 many years ago. Looking at and talking to and discussing this for 44 years in my business, I can kind of distill down what I think 95% of all people really need. And it's called the Core 4. The right multivitamin, the high-potency pure omega-3, a green drink, which has multiple purposes of alkalizing your body, to detoxifying, protecting the kidneys and liver, magnesium, and then the vitamin D is included somewhat in the multiple. If not, you add more to that. So the Core 4 starting at least 2 months before, but maybe even right now, even if you're not planning surgery, just for your general health. And then last is fitness. Fitness is really, I call it the currency of our life as we age. And the more fit you are, the absolute better you're going to withstand. I don't care if it's a car wreck, to getting hips replaced, to having the flu or the COVID. You will, as a general rule, be able to withstand it far better if you are fit. And I fly small airplanes. And one of the wisest instructors once told me, fly at 12,000 feet if you're on a long trip instead of 4,000. Why is that? That engine quits at 12,000. You have options. You have a lot of altitude that you can glide to a runway, most likely. You're not going to glide to a runway at 4,000 feet, most likely. So if you're fit and you do all these other steps, you're going to be flying at 12,000 feet and almost nothing's going to take you down. So good luck if you're planning surgery. If you're not, keep this in mind and use some of these just for your general health. So let's fly high and stay healthy and empower ourselves with this good information. Thank you so much.